Hi, happy birthday, Rose. Hello, and thanks. Did you get John's present yet? I just opened it this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask it about me now. I'm stunned. Yeah, I know. What will you make with it? And who said it was something from which something else could be made? Well, John did tell me what it was, so I suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft. It's the least I can do is respond to the subtle, deconcealed indigester. He often tells me I need a new hobby when I make perfectly reasonable analytical remarks. Oh, but Rose, I don't think he meant anything like that by it. You see, not everybody always means the opposite of what they say the way you and Dave always do. Maybe. His birthday is in a few months, isn't it? Yep. I finally finished the present for him. I've been working on it for years. Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking, or if you are even capable of it. I just mailed it too, so it is sure to get there on time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here. I probably have something with strong sentimental value. That should bother him. I don't think you really mean that. I guess not. So, should I expect a green package dropped to my house via mail from whatever screwball, a crony, or the globe you're talking to? Uh, no. Sorry, but you are sort of a hard shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you will like better than something in a box. Oh, it is a tip. This is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave sarcasty of Laughing's gift parachuting from the sky. Please go on. Did you have a pet a long time ago that died? Yes. Okay. Well, how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot? Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat or it was a male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed and move on. To answer your question, I would describe my feelings towards the animal as lukewarm. Uh, okay, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you you could play a game that would bring his back to life? If someone told me that, I would regard the remark with a great deal of skepticism. If someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preventedly, is that someone new? Yes, that someone is me. I just thought you might find it interesting. So, what is this game? Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying it's all. I think you'll hear about it later, and maybe you can talk to John and Dave about it. They are way more into all the stuff than I am. I'll see what the word on the street is about it in due time. For now, I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late for John's present. You capture up your katana and prepare to venture out into the apartment to retrieve your brother's copy of the game. But first, maybe, just maybe, dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last long in this heat anyway. You never know what's up with the secret. The sun returns to set but won't step off. It's staring you down, like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping of a groove is tracing around the earth. While lingering in mid-air, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle this diesel a little pizzles, says the record straight on the global turn diesel. So don't change the diesel, turn it a little. I got to living room full of fine dim drizzles, waiting on the diesel and the chisel. This to the Bizac, no ladies here we go. One of the pimps in the crema, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. English romantic poet John Keats. So little Jewel, coming through. Gonna put you down for a bit. You figure you left him hanging long enough. You barge in and see a familiar face, a friendly face. You stand in the living room. Your bro spent most of his days in there. At, at night, he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere though. There's a puppet chest he stores little Cal in when he takes him out of gigs. But when he's home, he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, because Cal is totally sweet. So sweet, man. It's your brother's Mr. T puppet, which of course escaped the apartment with a sense of profound, humorous irony. But as usual with your brother's poets, there is no ordinary irony, or anything close to a pedestrian tier 1 ironic gesture, which is a meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T and how he was not to blame, but it was the very thing that made him awesome and badass, and that his awesomeness was also part of the joke. But in this case, the joke is a joke, and the degree of irony itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you and your bro can appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny but you know really isn't, and making it funny again by adding substrata of irony, which are utterly undetectable by the untrained eye. Also, for good measure, Mr. T is wearing a leather tongue and handcuffed to a petless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you hope you can be as good as your bro at this someday. You never tell him that though. Cal's nowhere in sight. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets too around as fartherly. You you guess those things are kinda cool, sort of. It looks like your bro was playing. It's not like him to live in the middle of some totally intense gaming. Not like him to misplace Cal either. Man, you hope the little guy is alright. Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We be chill today, Cal? Yeah, you better fucking believe we'll be chill. Cal is the man. You fail to resist the urge. You start rushing up, start something uncanny brutal on your quest for mad sex, no or yo, and get this way a rude hunger under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like shit wants nothing to do with the hook. The hook is dead to that shit. Mine, bet you get stuck in some poorly modeled 3D fixture or something. Like a railing of a piece of the wall, you have to reset. Fuck this shit. Oh man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the seaman some props. Your bro has so much sweet gear, it's hard to keep up with it all sometimes. Here is computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking on here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peep. Your boss computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got on the burners. Of course, you know what the password is, and he knows you know it, and your boss cool with that because the password is the most awesome thing it can be. You enter the password. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the stuff he's working on. No one can decipher his organization system but him. He also tends to use application complete bullshit to keep up with the ridiculous amount of websites and news feeds he monitors to stay hip to the scene. This is complete bullshit. Your bro keeps up with the projects in his aggregator, just like you keep up with his. He's tuning into your various blogs and of course support and LGF. You navigate to the latest comic in one of the many bullshit feed brands. On one of your bro's many ironic websites. The difference here is it ranks in thousands of dollars a month through the enterprise. Smuppets are a multi-billion-dollar a year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze from the plump udder of the cash cow. I guess we messed around with computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose, or worse yet, your bro catches you. But my god, the ramps, that's transfixing. You know this is ironic and all, but and your bro reaches echelons of irony you could only dream of daring to fathom. But on rare occasions, when your guard is done, it all seems just a little bit unsettling to you. Oh, hey. Hey there, Cal. You are sort of starting to flip the fuck out. Without losing your cool, of course. You get the bot on the line again to give him the lowdown on your progress. You feel it's important to keep the wires hot. But it's not answering. You wonder what the guy is up to. Hey, what is up? What happened with the monster that is totally definitely in your room? Did you kill it? Where are you, man? Anyway, things are cool here. Totally cool. Puppets are still awesome. No problem with them or anything. Like, just really, really awesome. Looks like Rosie finally logged in again. Did Angel say her house was burning down? You wonder if she's on fire yet or what? Oh, there you are. John said your house was burning down. Are you on fire yet or what? No. For now, I've retired to safety of a smaller building which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence. Oh, well, that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help get you out of here, so I'm working on that now. Working on it? Yeah, my bro's copy a long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They sort of trying to freak me out a little. You're referring to your brother's collection? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool and all, the semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever, or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit is going a little far and it's kind of fucked up. I've seen his website, I like them. Haha, yeah, well, you would. Oh man, I wish you Carol wouldn't look at me like that with those dead eyes, Jesus. Sometimes I dream that it's real and he's talking to me and I wake up in a cold sweat and basically flip the fuck out. Interesting. Oh god, what did I just tell you my dream? You're going to have a field day with that. I'm currently scrolling now furiously in one of the many psychoanalysis journals I might tell for you. Published papers forthcoming. Because, it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating psychopathologies. Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me. He won't answer me either, but I'm watching him. I suspect he's preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown. Ahaha. Right, I'm out later. John, what are you doing? Snap out of it. We ought to discuss what your grandmother told you, don't you think? Fine, enjoy your stupor. I go about my business elsewhere. John, whenever you read this, you should know I put the shell you collected to use and finally deploy the pulse designix. It is in your study. I can only drop it though. You will have to be the one to mess around with it and see what it does. When you're finished with your weird electronics, maybe you can give it a try. I'm updating my walkthrough, and it will help to know what it was. I saw I should probably warn you that your house and yard are completely infested with monsters now. Try to be careful. So I can see, stupid those imps. They were mucking up all my cool stuff. Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm not sure what came over me there. I was acting really crazy for some reason, but my head feels like it's freeing up. I think I'm alright now. You are getting way better at this sort of thing. Thank God your sanity has returned so you can entertain extremely rational, coherent thought like this one. You examine the pogo ride from the bathroom window, you do not like what you see. Don't son of bitches. One respect lingerie on the girls' time pogo ghost ride. One but you. Rose, my piano! Sorry, no nuance to keep this control at all. I was hoping to burgeon the imp without letting go of it. Guess I can't really do that. A broken piano is on the end of the world though. I guess you're right. You need to pick up the spoils in person. I got that right with the grease. So, that means I have to go out the back door? Yes. Is there a problem? Well, it may sound dumb, but I was hoping to avoid Nana and our spooky ghost cookies. You're right, that's does sound dumb. Can you see her in the kitchen? Yay. What she's doing? Is she baking? You could say that. Are you sure you can get that with up to me somehow?